Hi, it's Craig Bolerjack once again with another unsung hero. This is Jay Brims from American Fork Water.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Up to my chin, won't stop fighting to the very end.
Tell me what's going on, because this is a filtration system for irrigation water that thousands of people use every summer.
Correct. So this is our main filtration system for our secondary water system or pressurized irrigation system. It will filter anywhere from 20 to 30,000 gallons a minute, depending on the usage, the demand, and that. And so this is our main artery, if you will, of the pressurized irrigation system that makes sure that it filters out all the debris that before it goes down the pipe to the end user.
You just said the magic word, filter, which sounds to me like dirty job. And that's where you come into play as an unsung hero, and your crew, by the way. Take me through the process when you know when the water pumps through, when it's time to change that filter, and what do you find in those filters?
So on this facility, we find a lot of debris as far as silt and some leaves and stuff, but when the demand gets real high, there'll be alarms that will call us out. Okay. It could be in the middle of the day, it could be in the middle of the night. Most of the time it's in the middle of the night.
It always is, absolutely.
That's when the demand is. And so we'll get that alarm, we'll have to come up and make some adjustments depending on the flow. But once again, the peak demand on this site could be 20 to 30,000 gallons per minute depending on what the usage is. But this facility is to filter any of the debris out before it gets to the end user. And so their filters don't plug on their own, their sprinkler heads and stuff. And so this is a critical facility as far as taking care of the pressurized irrigation system.
I just want to make it clear, this is something that people never see. They see a cinder block house that covers this facility. And it's an amazing thing of what it takes actually to serve the public. And I think the public needs to understand, we take it for granted. You turn on water and there it is, but there's a lot of things that goes into it.
There is, and we've got a great crew. We've got 7 guys on our culinary and pressurized irrigation system, but it takes dedicated, trained employees to know how to operate this stuff and to do any maintenance work on it, whether it's here on our filters or anything on our pipeline, to make sure. Our goal for the water pressurized irrigation division is to provide safe, clean water to the end users, whether it's culinary or the pressurized irrigation. So this facility here helps us facilitate that clean water.
You told me you run it April through October, and so when you do the filters, the cleaning of the filters, just how dirty is that job? I mean, how long of a process is it?
So, depending on what we have to do here on a daily, weekly basis, all these big red casings here, they've got 6 screens in the middle of them, and we have to pull those out and pressure wash them and take them out here and clean them and then get them back online depending on how dirty they are. And so it's a process as far as a couple guys up here, 2 to 3 hours a day, or depending on the time of year, it might be more than that.
One at a time?
Yeah, one at a time, so we keep the other ones online while we're doing some work on the other ones. Or if there's multiple ones down, then we've got to make preparations to keep the water going through the system to keep people happy.
Jay, please tell me during the course of time, that you guys are treasure hunters, that something marvelous has been found in these filters. Am I wrong or right?
You know, I would like to say that we found something, you know, very valuable in there, but we've had some small fish,
Wow.
you know, and stuff, but it's mostly, you know, just silt that comes through here, so we haven't found anything.
Okay, before you take me outside, emergencies happen in this building on occasion?
Yes, yeah, with the demand, once again, you know, the filters will go down and we'll have to come up here and take care of them as far as, you know, adjusting a few things with the flow and the pressures and, you know, with big pipes, nuts and bolts, valves and stuff. There's stuff that leaks all the time. This is a new facility, so this one's in pretty good shape, but some of our other facilities that aren't this new, there's constant maintenance and operation that needs to happen daily.
And you told me that you have alarm systems up and down the whole system that alerts you where the issue or the problem may be.
So on all our well houses, our tanks, our filters, our reservoirs, we have a SCADA system that will let us know the levels of whether it's on our culinary system, our pressurized irrigation system, the pressures, how much water is going through that system. We have PRVs throughout the city that we have pressure gauges on to know what the pressures are. So we're constantly monitoring both systems as far as to make sure that everything is operating the way it needs to.
It's burping right now.
Yeah, it's the sump pump down there.
I was hoping nothing was happening.
There's nothing in these.
Okay, yeah, I know, it's that off season right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go outside. I want you to show me how what happens here impacts what happens outside. Okay, let's go. Jay, here you are. You brought me to a Fox Hollow golf course. So from the pump house and the filtration house system, tell me how that impacts the people who use this golf course.
So all the golf courses, the parks, you know, the residents that have their lawns and stuff, we deliver that water to them.
Wow.
And this facility here with the filtration system, we filter all the water so that the water that comes to their property is as clean as it can be, so that they have you know, their sprinkler heads and some of that stuff doesn't clog and they have damage and some of those other problems. So hopefully we can eliminate as much of that problem through the work that we do on a water and pressurized irrigation division, as far as filtering the water and doing all the necessary steps to provide as clean of water as possible.
You know, you just made me think. The golf course superintendent must love you, because if you keep those clean, they have less issues down here during the summer, right?
They do, yeah, so they'll stop calling us, and then even our own parks department, they have a lot of acreage that they have to irrigate, and so if we do our job, and it makes their life easier.
Do you play a good golf game? Because mine's lousy, and I really wish that this irrigation system would help, but I don't think there's any hope.
You know, it hasn't helped me either, so I need more practice.
Hey, I want to thank you. This is Jay Brims, by the way, that he's an unsung hero. He and his crew of 7 and even more at times, right, who do marvelous things for us, things we don't know. And we'll be back next time with an unsung hero who impact our community.